This is the 217 Recovery Podcast with Corey Winfield.
I'm going to try to make this quick for you. We can chase the tail later. I got you the bronze membership with the UFAM event. It'll be May 19th. You're welcome to start setting up at 9 a.m. From there, what can we do for you?
And co-host Marney Winfield.
You're gonna learn today.
And the day is the 26th of March, 2022. Welcome to the 217 Recovery Podcast. My name is Corey Winfield.
My name is Marney Winfield.
So I did that. I flipped it.
I did.
And it didn't feel right.
Yeah, keep it like it works, like it flows.
I didn't like it.
It's okay. We'll keep it for now.
Didn't like it. So yesterday, because I was making plans, we were going to be recording videos and stuff today. Well, a video of my man Jacob Sparks. He's in recovery. He's gone into the studio to make a rap CD, which is cool. He's chasing his dreams, and we're going to have a little video of him. He's going to be kind of the person who kicks it off, and we're going to have that on our website, and a little inspiration can go a long way sometimes. But I made all that plans to, hey, meet here at this time. And then it was just, no, we're actually going to go to Grand Rapids because we're going to see Mohr.
Yep.
So I was going to kind of like just drop it. Like, guess what we're doing tonight? Is this music?
That's his intro music.
Yeah. And then people would have been like, what, Corey and Marty are making a porn? Like, didn't they already do that? No, that's Zach and somebody else. And that was a stupid Seth Rogen movie. But yeah, because this music to me is like...
It's kind of, well, I don't know. I like it. But I was like, isn't this kind of the same kind of music that's on all comedy lead-ins?
See, then he like shows up, because you can watch this on Amazon Prime. American Treasure is his comedy act from 2020.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the one,
The only Corey Mohr. And he gets out of his car, he walks past the crowd. I'm going to be there in Grand Rapids when he does that. We'll be waiting outside.
I know, you're excited.
We're waiting for it. Waiting for Jay. He's gonna drive up. Here's this. We'll play his first joke.
I agree completely with that. All right, where do I start? Single for the first time in 22 years. I'm on these dating apps. I got kicked off a dating app because they thought I was catfishing girls imitating Mohr. That happened. And I'm not going to say what app it was, but it rhymed with OK Cupid.
I love when people do that. I do that a lot.
Let me tell you something. Ladies, stop using filters on your pictures, please.
Not that it matters to me.
Stop using filters. I show up to the bar for the date. You walk in, I'm like, get the fuck out of here. You're not a panda.
Because that's the thing. See, I don't know. You probably get that too. It's just like when you see people and you do that and you meet them, you're like, whoa. And you know they don't even look like that. Not even close. You know, you're just like, okay, there's so many filters on. I don't even know what this person looks like.
Right.
You know, and I'm sure now on the dating apps, we should play Hot or Not. It's one of the funnest games. And you read the profile, and then and of course sometimes I'll pick, and sometimes the profile will throw you off. You'll be like, oh, this person's not hot, and they're like, oh, And other times you're like, oh, this person's hot, and you look at it and it's just dumpster fire. Anyway, that's a fun game to play with your friends. You know, you just read the profile. I'm like, is that person hot or not? It's hilarious. It's fun. We used to play that back in the day. But anyway, Mohr, yeah, going to be in Grand Rapids. Pretty excited to see him. He probably would have made my top 15 list. Definitely top 20 of people that I would like to meet, like to hang out with. I've liked him for quite a while. I saw a stand-up special he did in 2015, which his wife wrote. Ex-wife wrote. Wife at the time, Nikki Cox. And she was on some show that was really kind of weird with the dude from Entourage, that little one that's annoying.
Oh, the little guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was like back in the day. It's like they were dating or whatever. And then she started dating Bobcat Goldthwait, or whatever the hell his name is. He's the comedian guy from Police Academy. Yeah, I guess in the 80s, people thought that shit was funny. Okay.
It's too bad that Entourage guy is referred to as the short guy, and everybody knows who he is because he's a good-looking guy.
What's his name?
I don't know. He's a good actor.
But see, and maybe that goes back to what you were saying about the people that you meet or didn't want to meet just based on their roles. Like, I wouldn't want to meet that guy.
Right.
I just would like, nah, I'm good. Like, can like him and Ted Nugent meet each other? Can they do that today? Because I don't want to meet either one of them. Not nearly as bad as Ted Nugent. I mean, But I just would have no desire.
Yeah.
Is there free pizza? Because I could go then.
Do I get extra points because the person that said I wouldn't really want to hang out with was on his list of people that are terrible to work with?
Yes.
Like, what are the chances of that? I worked with a lot of crappy actors and actresses. I don't know how he words it.
Let me skip to it.
Yeah, skip to it.
I've never seen a 77-year-old man sprint. I've never seen a 77-year-old man go up 3 flights of stairs, but that day in San Francisco, I saw a 77-year-old man sprint up 3 flights of fucking stairs, and when he got to the top, it was Clint Eastwood. Khaki pants, golf shoes, collared shirt, Wolverine hair, the fucking man. And he goes, "Where's the girl?" And we just sell her out, bunch of rats. We're like, "She's right in here. You want to talk to her?" He's gonna be, "Come on out. He wants to talk to you, give you notes." She comes out. This poor lady comes out and she goes, "Hey," and he goes, "Fuck you." Wow. He then goes, "Sweetheart, I cannot begin to explain how little this movie is about you." It was the meanest I've ever seen anyone on a movie set in my life, and I've worked with Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah, so apparently you were right with that.
Yes, I was.
Gonna learn today. So that was pretty funny. We watched that last night, and as we're watching it, I thought, man, should we be watching this? Because we're gonna be seeing this guy for an hour and a half tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. We had to, though, because I'd never seen him in comedy. Like when I just went to Grand Rapids events, and I read off his name, and even in the picture that they had up there, it was like all artsy, and you couldn't really tell what he looked like. So you're like, oh, he's really funny, and he's in recovery, you know. So I click on it. We were both kind of looking at trying to figure out more about it, and then I finally see a picture of it. I'm like, yeah, I've seen that guy in movies. I didn't know he was a stand-up, and they're like, yeah, he's hilarious. So I think I needed to see something prior to.
I think he's really funny, and he had a show. I think it was called Gary Unmarried. That show was really, really funny. He was in quite a few like TV shows, and then Jerry Maguire. I think a lot of people know him from there. He was like the
mean agent.
Yeah, yeah. He played kind of a dick in that movie, but yeah, he talks about his problems with drugs. And in the 2015 comedy stand-up that his wife wrote, or got credit for writing, at least, I don't really know who wrote it. I wasn't there, but she did get credit. And this one, he said, now he just goes up there and he tells stories, which is something that I really love. And he said, if they laugh, they laugh. If they don't, whatever, I'm telling stories, if they find it funny, they find it funny. And that's kind of the way I would approach it too, because those life stories, man, are funny sometimes. And people relate to them. And if they don't, then they don't want to be in those situations, or they wish they were, or something, So those are things that I think make a comedian really, really funny. Not saying that the other ones like Dave Chappelle and stuff aren't funny. There's a lot of writing that goes on that is funny, and obviously the Chappelle show was funny. I
think it's funny I think it's cool actually when people that are in recovery, and I don't mind it because, you have to be able to find the humor in it. And he was very open about the craziness that surrounded it. And he had a lot of stories that were hilarious because of it. Not saying any of that would be worth it by any means, but you have to think about it. In his world, I mean, even though he wasn't big time, he hung around with famous people all the time. Famous people have money, they can do what people cater to them. People want to get them what they want, and they're not judged for what they do. I mean, to a certain extent, but it was part of the lifestyle. We all know that. Rock stars, actors, actresses, it's part of the life, He mentioned several times that he tried and had, fell off several times. And, that's the reality of it.
We talked about Clint Eastwood when he was making that movie with him. He was hanging around at set, and he just heard Clint say something to him, JJ, you want to go get a, I don't know,
Czechoslovakian beer.
And he was like, what do I do? Like, should I know? No, I'm in AA. And Clint Eastwood just looked at him and said, well, I guess you're done for the day then. You can go home. And he's like, damn. And he got back to his hotel, and he's like, man, should I have just said F it and done it? It's Clint Eastwood, should I have relapsed for him? And I bet he thought about that really a lot harder than what, he just said on stage. He kind of was like, but man, I bet he was driving home going, damn it, But the fact that he didn't is pretty cool, if that story really is true. But when he said that, I was like, oh my God, like I could imagine being in that situation. Like, holy shit, what am I going to do? Mm-hmm. It's Clint Eastwood.
Right.
It's Dave Grohl.
You don't turn down a drink with Clint Eastwood.
Yeah. You're like, oh my God, like that's Gordon Keith. At the show tonight, we got them VIPs, VIP ticks.
Whatever that means. So we're sitting at dinner and he's like, so I bought the VIP tickets, whatever that means. And I was like, you would. You would. Mm-hmm. It might mean absolutely nothing. Mm-hmm. Maybe you get a sticker. Maybe you get like 3 people ahead in line or something when you show up.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I have a hard time going to concerts now. Like, I don't think I would ever go to a concert unless I can get backstage.
Well, that was one of the things I was thinking about when I was like, we should go do something. You hate being in crowds. Mm-hmm. So that limits quite a few things. But I don't really like being in crowds either. So that works out.
Yeah.
To our relationship advantage.
I was thinking about that the other day. We have kids, and my kid's like, Daddy, I want to go to a football game. I want to go see a game at the University of Michigan. And I'm like, no, you don't. There's 117,000 people there. You know how many people that is?
You're going to be like, go with your uncle.
Yeah. Go call Uncle Travis. He will take you. I'm not doing that. And I'll make him stand in the yard. I'm like, okay, see there? That's one person. Now go ahead and put a stick for 120,000 more, and that's how many people you're going to see there. Mm-hmm. And that's how far away from the field you're going to be. Yeah, no.
That's such a sad, sad way to explain something that could be super exciting for him or her.
It's not that exciting. No. I think people lie about it. I think people lie about it. I think
it's uncomfortable. For me, it's uncomfortable. It's just too close quarters. When you're like physically touching other people, like in football seats. Mm-hmm. I remember my dad would take all of us, and they're just benches, right? And they have numbers on the benches for where your butt goes. Mm-hmm. And if you're a little kid, you only take up a certain amount of space, which is great if you go with your dad and 3 children. But whoever was on the end had to be next to a stranger. Mm. And so because there's only one dad, so it was, and plus he wanted kids on both sides. So my brother ended up, taking the end seat, but it was just uncomfortable. Just and then your people's knees are on your back. Yeah. It's just, I don't like it.
I used to go, oh, wow, that's cool. It was cool to see the stadium. I recommend that. If you want to take your kid to see Wrigley Field, you can call them up and say, hey, when's the tour? And you pay $30, $40. Mm-hmm. They take you through the clubhouse and you get to see it all. Mm-hmm. And then you go home. I mean, you can stay for the game, but you just saw what you really wanted to see. Mm-hmm. But yeah, going to a game, it was just that, wow, Wrigley Field, this is cool.
The boxes are fun if you can get into a box. Mm-hmm. But those are super difficult to get into.
Take them to a minor league game. Mm-hmm. They have boxes there too. I think people just make that stuff up just to say, well, I was there, bro. Oh, yeah. Yeah, when Sammy Sosa hit that 60, that was there, dude.
What about concerts, though? You can't repeat that. That's a whole different experience.
Yeah, when you look out and you see them yelling at the crowd and you're like, yeah, that's cool.
So you'll reconsider when it comes.
No. I'm saying my view from the backstage of yeah, that's cool. I'm watching them right now, saying, but I'm out. See ya. I got other stuff to do. Because normally I was working and stuff, so it wasn't really I was just hanging out. I couldn't even tell you. See, Johnny Lane. I don't know. There was who was the other guy? There was some country ones that was no interest. You probably been whoa, you didn't stick around for that? Nope. Why? Oh my God. Because it sucks. That's my answer. If it was George Strait or something, okay, that'd have been cool, but it wasn't. It's Toby Keith and I don't know, a bunch of other people, big and rich, and this another guy with this tall ass hat. And some chick, Regina McBride.
Those are all really popular country singers.
And that's just some of them I remember. I don't know. I got to play with Great White, sort of. Rest in peace, Ty Longley. It was tough. Tough loss. But anyway, I think people make it up. And concerts probably a little different, to see your favorite band, as Jay Mohr says, as long as they're not talking. Mm-hmm. When they're stopping the songs to tell you who to vote for, he's like, nah, I'm not into that. And I'm right on with him there. But yeah, I think concerts, if you're out in the crowd and, you're enjoying it, it's a good time. That would suck though, to be in the Rolling Stones, to be singing Start Me Up for the millionth time. Like, I think about that quite a bit. I'm like, every time I hear it on the radio or something, I'm like, my God, man, I've heard this song a million times. I'm like, they've sang the song a million times. Like, what a beatdown is that?
Yeah.
Like when you know, Keith Richards fires it up, you know, he's probably like, rather be anywhere right now. Like, this sucks. Why do we still have to do this?
I'm sure they get burned out. I mean, you have to. You would have to get burned out of your own playing the same stuff.
So if you want to be a musician, imagine that. Not everything's what it's cracked up to be.
Right.
There's still negatives. Or some people, I mean, I would love it, dude. Yeah. See me after a year. Just 1 year on tour. I'm like, oh my God, no more. No mas. Yeah, so we'll see Jay Mohr tonight, sober. And you said we were going to give him some shirts.
Yeah, we're going to try, see what happens.
Are we going to throw them on stage from our VIP seats?
I don't think that's, people do that.
Should we, oh shit, we should wear our badges.
Badges that mean absolutely nothing.
Oh, really?
I mean,
when I got that dude out of jail last week, she's like, and I need to see your badge too.
What?
Yeah, I'm telling you, they're official.
Way.
I was like, I kind of like snickered, like, okay, here you go. I made this just the other day. There you go. Yeah, printer. That's all I need.
Don't give anybody any ideas.
I know, but I've been telling people this for a long time. Like, you have a badge, you're official. You're something. Like, ooh, badge. What does that say? I'm telling you, we should do it. Maybe we'll film it and then put it up.
I'll think about it.
You can film it. I'll wear it.
Okay.
Because I don't care.
I know. It's not that I'm trying to like crush your badge idea.
No, I'm telling you, you will go places with badge.
Okay, well, I'll wear the badge. I'll wear the badge.
You don't have to wear it. I'm just saying, like, you'll be shocked.
Okay.
Literally shocked. And you'll be like, how come we were doing this before?
Like, isn't that all that is? Like, when you show up anywhere, like when you used to get badges for like backstage, whatever. I mean, granted, they say a certain thing, but you're right. It's the whole concept of looking official.
Yeah, like we walked in on Seether because they were playing in South Bend, and I wanted to impress my friends, Brian and Todd. We went down there to see them, Seether, and I was like, watch this, guys. You know, like, and it wasn't even our show. It was like a South Bend station show, and I was working in Benton Harbor at the time. But we got, tickets, and I was like, watch this, guys. And they're like, what? I'm just follow me. They're like, what? And I just walked by the dude, showed him my badge, and he's like, I went right down the stairs to the band's dressing room and stuff, and they were like, oh my God, and they're freaking out. And then I realized, that was a horrible idea. Horrible idea. Todd is really drunk. Brian's just like, whoa, and Todd's like trying to open all the doors, and I'm like, dude, stop. Like, this is a horrible idea. And then Todd ended up getting arrested that night because he got too drunk and walked out. They wouldn't let him come back in. And I don't even think the show had started. And he's like, I'm getting back in. And they're like, no, you're not. And they called the cops, and his ass went to jail. And we waited and waited after the show, like, where's Todd? This was before cell phones, kids. So, well, I felt bad, but we had to go. Brian drove. So we're like, well. Then I find out, he was in jail in South Bend. And then Todd would later say, every time I was arrested, I was with you. And I was like, no, that one time in South Bend, you were not with me. You rode with me. But then you decided to go do what Todd does and look, whoop, no. Yeah, I hope he's doing all right, Todd. Worry about that guy sometimes. Reached out to his dad not too long ago. I was like, well, if you know anybody who needs some help, here's, where to find me. I can help him with some resources and direct him in the right direction. And that's what we're going to be doing with the outreach program. And if you know of any places in northern Michigan that you think we should stop at, feel free to let us know. There is a flyer with where we're going to be so far on our website, 217recovery.com. So check that out under the events tab. And watch for the video of me doing whatever, my VIP ticket and my badge tonight. Jay Mohr, Grand Rapids, what's up?
Nice.
So until then.
All right. I hope everybody has a good day.
Hell yeah. Got my badge.
Thanks for listening to the 217 Recovery Podcast. Win a bunch of free shit from 217 Recovery. Go to the app or the website, 217recovery.com.